That might change everything.
No!
Give me that GA! Give me that GA!
I saw the 2 recycle. No, I knew he just top decked that bitch. No!
Riftbound is expensive, where even decks labeled budget can be at least 50 bucks. So I'm here to give you an actual budget list. Jax is all about cheating equipment costs, setting up an aggressive game plan centered around equipment. The chosen champ is going to be Jax Unmatched, as giving your equipment quick draw can catch people off guard. Because this deck is aggressive, we're going to need plenty of turn 1 plays. Lonely Poro is your card draw, Pit Rookie gives you buffs, Sea Monkey is a flex 2 or 3 drop, and First Mate sets up aggressive plays. On turns 2 and 3, we can start setting up higher quality units with Wizened Elder, who cares about buffs, Akshan, who steals gears that you don't like, and Aphelios, who grinds out value with your equipment. Throughout the early game, you want to set up equipment like Warmog's Armor, who spreads buffs across your board. Guardian Angel is a great protection piece for any unit, and giving it quick draw can be especially nasty. The card's a bit on the pricier side though, so we'll only put 2 copies in. But the MVP equipment is probably Brutalizer. +3 to a unit for turn is already wild, and a surprise +3 with your chosen champ is even crazier. Also, your Jax Legend has a cheesy interaction with this card, as you can attach Brutalizer to the same unit it was already attached to and still get the extra might. Round out the list with spells like Defy and Not So Fast to counter removal, Charm and Challenge for some removal of your own, and Punch First and Discipline to blow out your opponents during combat. The sideboard comes with extra Defies and Not So Fast for some added protection. Thwonk smacks big units off your battlefields, Ruin Runner is a strong protected unit, and Cannon Barrage can clear swarms from the likes of Victor or Azir. The deck isn't without its weaknesses though, and it can easily run out of gas and cards to play. The battlefields of Monastery of Harana, Sunken Temple, and Dreaming Tree can all help. All that puts us at under $25. After we add 6 Calm and 6 Body Rune, the deck is complete. There are some alternate suggestions to consider though. Clockwork Keeper and Stellacorn Herder can replace Pit Rookie and Wizened Elder if you care more about the card draw than mid-game might boosts. Lucian can replace Sea Monkey and is a fun one to try, letting you get in and out of battlefields fast. And if you're not on a budget or you just got a little lucky with your packs, Counter-Strike and Zanyas are definitely upgrades to the deck. Well, now that we know the list, I'm going to show you guys a couple games to see the deck in action. To answer the question, can this $25 Jax deck really work? So my game 1 here is against Irelia. I think we did a best of 3 and this is the 3rd game. I'm looking at my sideboard here, putting some stuff that's good against Irelia, and I think I'm going first in this game. So I see a starting hand. I think I end up cutting Punch first and drawing a card, which is nice because I drew a Lonely Poro, which ends up being my turn 1 play. My opponent just plays a GA, passes turn. I'm able to get in with Poro after I play a Pit Rookie just for an extra buff. And my opponent completely taps out here for Irelia. He's doing the Irelia things and trying to get in against my Poro. I pretty much just have to let it through. I'm reading how much might the Irelia would have, but I don't think I can end up doing anything here, so yeah, my Lonely Poro is gonna die. I'm thinking about what to do here and how to deal with this Irelia. I think I just want to set up for a later turn, so I play Jackson to base and score that free point at the Sunken Temple at the right hand side. And yeah, my opponent's going to play a Heart of Dark Ice to do some shenanigans with Irelia and move her around and make her humongous. The Irelia is going to go straight into the battlefield my Pit Rookie was at, so my Pit Rookie just dies. I can't really do anything about that. But I think here is where the game really turns on his head. I draw Akshan. This was the first clip you guys saw in the video. I draw Akshan, steal his GA. So now his Irelia has really no protection. and then I'm able to attack in with Jax. He has a Defiant Dance, which I'm able to defy, and I also have Discipline. So I'm able to get over this Irelia and really cook him. And I mean, look, he's at 1 rune. Like, it's really hard for him to come back from this position. He just plays a Tide Turner, but I mean, it's looking crazy. I'm already at 4. I can get in at 5 here with the Akshan. I have a Warmogs that I'm playing on him beforehand, so I can get that buff. Yeah, my opponent's wondering what to do here. I think technically his Tide Turner should be untapped, but it's all good. He uses the Heart of Dark Ice to make it big, trying to get in against my Jax, but I have a Thwonk for him. So I stun him and basically push him back to base. He has a Discipline. He's getting desperate. He pretty much played that only for the card draw, but he didn't get anything he needed off of that, and he plays a Guardian Angel. Yeah, that Discipline's going to be stuck on the screen for a while, but yeah, for this next turn, I basically just retreat everybody, build a base, and try to set up for a double conquer on the next turn. I think my opponent sees that and just scoops it up. Game 2. My game 2 is against Master Yi. I think in this best of 3, this was the game 2 of that best of 3, so I was going first because I lost the first one. I'm deciding what to sideboard here. I play a Sunken Temple, and I look at my starting hand and don't see any early drops, which is a bit unfortunate for me. Thankfully, I top decked the Sea Monkey, so I was really saved there. Oh, also, I think I messed up, not realizing that there's an obelisk, so I just took it back and just played the Sea Monkey with a buff instead. Yep, my opponent just Brutalizers and Clockwork Keepers. So yeah, I'm able to just get in at one of the battlefields with my Sea Monkey here. Oh, but before I do that, I challenge to make sure that my opponent has no pressure on the crackback. My opponent's thinking about what they're going to do here, and she just ends up dropping a Ruin Runner. So yeah, I get to hold and conquer at the other battlefield, and knowing that a Master Yi or a Ruin Runner is going to probably come ruin my day, I just decide to put my Sea Monkey back, and I'm pretty much accepting the first mate is gonna die. Yeah, my opponent plays a Poro, attaches Brutalizer, and yep, my first mate is way super duper dead. The Jax I played last turn is gonna help a little bit here. I think I end up going in with Sea Monkey and double quick drawing in Warmog's Armor so I can make it to that 5 might threshold, just so I can draw cards and have a little bit more options. Because I know that at the moment there is no way I'm going to be able to break that Ruin Runner. Especially if my opponent has something like Punch First. My opponent's thinking about what to do here, ends up just retreating the Ruin Runner, playing Master Yi into that same base there. Lucky for me, I have a ton of things to use. I move my Warmogs with my Jax, I have Brutalizer, which I think should be enough to kill the Master Yi. I'm pretty sure it's 9 versus 8. And I ready my Jax with first mate. So I just basically say, I put everything in base, I'm confident that I'll be able to break your battlefields next turn. My opponent gets in for 2 here with both of their units. Just setting up a little bit of a base with the Lonely Poro as well. I I draw Defy, which isn't really needed here. I am able to kill the Stalwart Poro, at least try to. But my opponent has another Discipline, which thankfully I can defy. So I do get the Conquer, but I think the Ruin Runner is slightly too big for me to get over. So I just end up trying to hold at that Obelisk of Power, just being like, I don't think Master Yi has enough Conquer power. What she ends up doing here is I think she's going to play a Deadbloom Predator, and I just tell her that I have Thwonk, and I win this game. So this matchup is against Kaisa. This was also my game 2 in a best of 3, but I won the first game, so I'm going second here. And it's pretty brutal. I mean, I see no turn 1 plays, no turn 1 units. So I just set up some gear in base and have to pass turn. My opponent just gets in with the Poro, gets a gold, and it's the first one on the board. They also set up another Poro and a Noxus Hopeful, so really going wide here. And I have to be very slow playing a Wizened Elder and passing turn. My opponent's thinking about what to do, ends up putting the blue Poro back, getting in with the Pouty, and attacking in with Noxus Hopeful for that third point. And all I have on my field is a Wizened Elder and a couple gear. I set up a Jax here to try to set up a Brutalizer play. I soup up this Wizened Elder to get in at that Noxus Hopeful, but I was not expecting this. My opponent plays a Thermo Beam, basically wiping all of my gear and making this a trade. Not amazing, but I'm happy that I at least could get a trade off here. My opponent goes up to 4 here. And decides to play Kaisa. Goes into the Dreaming Tree. And now my opponent's at 5 points. My opponent tries to hold at that battlefield. Seeing that my Jax is at 5. But what he doesn't know is that I have Brutalizer in hand. So I can... Brutalizer and GA actually, so I can just break that battlefield. He tries to Hex Tech Ray me, but I have the Defy in hand, so my Jax doesn't die in this exchange. So my Jax ends up living, and my opponent at 5, I am able to score my very first point of the game. My opponent's thinking about what their next move is going to be. End up attacking in with the Poro, which gets them their 6th point, and they play another Poro into base. I get to hold with my Jax, and I think here I just end up playing an Aphelios into my base. And I'm going to move, using Jax to move one of my equipment onto my Aphelios, so I can get a buff onto my Jax. My opponent literally goes up to 7. Luckily for me, all they have at the moment is a Stupefy, and they try to Falling Star me, which does end up happening, but it costs a lot of their runes. And they try to get in for that 8th point, but I have the challenge, so I can fight the Plundering Poro before it's able to conquer the 8th and final point of the game. My opponent has to retreat in response, drawing cards and channeling runes. But I live to see another day. My opponent accidentally flashes a card there, but it's all good. Yep, I get in with my Aphelios, which is going to wipe that Pouty Poro, and I get in with my Jax as well. And to make sure that my opponent can't conquer both battlefields, I put the Wizened Elder at the Dreaming Tree as well. My opponent tries to Piercing Light. He deals 2 to my Wizened Elder and 3 to my Aphelios because it's at Void Gate, and he does it repeated. But thankfully for me, I have the GA, which gives an extra 1 might, so my Aphelios will live the double Piercing Light. He just gets in with the Poro, it's a trade, and my GA is popped, my Aphelios goes back to base. Yep, he tries to Falling Star my Jax, which ends up having to happen, but now he's really low on runes, so I get in with the Aphelios after using Jax. I drew a Discipline, which made me want to get into the Dreaming Tree. He Void Seekers out of, honestly, desperation, and he doesn't find anything. Back to my turn, I draw Punch first, and I just sit there and try to hold as much as I can. All he has here is a Nox's Hopeful, kind of signaling to me that he doesn't have many things in hand. I have another challenge, and making sure that he applies no pressure to me, I challenge his Nox's Hopeful after I attach the Brutalizer onto the Aphelios. I also get a card off the Dreaming Tree as well with that. Yeah, my opponent asked to take back a play. He was like, wait, can I retreat it beforehand? I said, yep, sure. You can retreat your guy in response to my challenge. But yeah, I see a Warmogged off the card I drew, and I just want to soup up this Aphelios as much as I can, so. If I'm able to hold here, I win the game, so I'm really trying to make this Aphelios as big as I can. My opponent has to Time Warp, kind of reading, like showing me that he doesn't have any cards in hand. But this game is not going to be quite over yet, because the card that he ends up drawing here pretty much saves him from the instant death. It is the Acathian Rain. I have the Discipline in response, so I can draw a card off a Dreaming Tree and off a Discipline. But my Aphelios is going to end up dead. Thankfully, I top deck a unit here, so I do have a Sea Monkey, which can challenge the Nox's Hopeful after I attach Brutalizer to it. Trying to see if there's any way that he can set up a board and conquer both. I've been extremely lucky with my challenges this game. It kind of shows the power of what that card can really do. He ends up passing the turn. I reattach my Brutalizer to my Sea Monkey, but it doesn't end up doing anything because he does have another Thermo Beam, so my Brutalizer's dead. My Warmogged is also dead, but I kind of forgot about that until later. He tries to Hextech Ray me to try to kill my Sea Monkey. I defy it. He Void Seekers, which I have nothing for. Thankfully, I do have Pit Rookie in hand, so I drop that onto the board. He stupefies my Pit Rookie, but I don't think he found anything from it because he plays a Watchful Sentry. I get in with the Pit Rookie, which is going to let me draw a card, and I see 2 units off of the draw for my turn and the card draw for conquering, so I just try to hold with a Rune Runner and a First Mate with a Punch First in hand, just in case he has something like a Thousand Tail Watcher. He gets in at the other battlefield to draw a card. I don't think he ends up finding anything, as he's just going to Lecturing Yordle, and scoop it up. I think this deck is incredible for the price. I mean, our deck cost a tenth of some of the meta decks we were facing today, and it was still getting wins. This deck won't break the meta or anything, but it also won't break your bank. I think Jax is equipped to be one of the better budget legends you can build around. The list is in the description, and note that prices were taken during the recording of the video. TCG player prices are always subject to change. Thanks for watching, and let me know what legend I should try next. Bye!